Hello! I am Mac, at least for a day, and everything's going to be okay. And today is a very special day because we just got the No Man's Sky 4.0 update, which is called the Waypoint update. Now, this update doesn't have a whole lot of new features. There's a few new features here and there, but it has tons and tons of quality of life improvements that change how a lot of the systems in the game look and work. And of course, this is also when the game released on Nintendo Switch, but I'm still on PlayStation 5. And one of the new features is, well, I'm going to start a new game and we'll look at those new features. So, we now have relaxed mode, a streamlined experience with fewer systems to manage and lower costs. I wonder what it means by systems to manage. Probably like hazard protection and stuff, maybe. Fewer things that you need to repair and refill energy for. So relaxed is basically easy mode. I'm going to be starting a new relaxed mode in just a minute. We also have, of course, well, yeah, we've always had expedition mode. Well, not always, but for the past year, we've had expedition mode. But now we have custom, and it's also interesting to note that there's no longer an option to choose permadeath. So I guess the only way to have a permadeath save now is to make a custom game, because it says from gentle to permadeath, total control over your experience. So you can also create custom games and change the difficulty, but it also said in the patch notes that we'll be able to change the difficulty for any existing save as well. So you can start with custom settings, but you can also just change your saves and such. But if you're a permadeath lover, which I do have a few friends that really like permadeath, it looks like the only way to start a new permadeath is to do a custom and set permadeath as one of the settings. But anyway, oh, and another thing is survival mode has increased in difficulty. I don't like the changes they made to it. It said in the patch notes that the way they made it more difficult was basically what I feared. I was afraid they would just make things more expensive, and it sounds like that's basically what they did. And I'm trying to scroll up. There's so many patch notes, it's hard to find a specific thing. But what I remember is it said that like less important materials that you need for survival will be purchasable in space stations and such. And that's really awful. That's like the worst way to make survival mode harder, is just make materials. Here it is. Yeah, it says, in addition to quantitative balance settings such as fuel consumption and hazard intensity, explorers must take care to repair their technology from damage and rely on their own harvesting capabilities rather than shops to acquire key survival resources. So it's the worst case scenario. I was afraid that they would make things more expensive, and that's basically what they did. I was hoping they would make combat more difficult in survival mode, like maybe make all creatures attack you and sentinels more likely to attack you and sentinel battles more difficult. But no, they just made it much harder to get stuff to, recharge your hazard protection and whatnot. So I don't think I'll be playing survival because I don't like the way that they increase the difficulty of survival. But I'm going to be playing through a new game of Relaxed and checking out all the new features in that. So I'm going to go ahead and start a new game, and we're going to check out some of the other new features. It should be obvious right at the beginning, and we can look through the inventories and menu options.
Commencing system suit initialization. Life support systems activated. Kinetic system online. Aerial propulsion jetpack online. Multi-tool and mining laser attachment operational. User initialization sequence complete.
All right. So far, I'm not seeing a lot of difference in relaxed mode. I thought that maybe I wouldn't start with very low hazard protection, but as you can see, my toxic protection is already almost out, like it usually is. Although it's going down very slowly. So first I need to, well, hopefully I won't die while I look at this stuff. So big thing that you'll notice right off the bat is they finally combined technology and cargo on into one menu screen. So we don't have to switch between all the different things. Like we had three different exosuit inventories that were on different pages. We had inventory, technology, and cargo. Now cargo and technology are separated and can be expanded to much larger sizes. Um, I think this is the max for technology, I'm guessing, but cargo, I'm sure, will expand larger as you increase the spaces below. And the same goes for Starship. And that's really good. So when I heard that they were increasing inventory space, I was worried. I was like, oh no. Because something people have been complaining about recently is that we actually have too many inventory now. Too much inventory, too many different inventory menus that it was getting really annoying to move through. But now they actually improved it by putting all of the different menus for a thing on the same screen. So you can now see technology and cargo all together. You don't have to keep switching between them, which is really nice. All right, so we need to activate the scanner. And my scanner's damaged. It's telling me to activate the scanner, but it's damaged. Okay, so multi-tool. Need ferrite dust. Okay. That's carbon. That's ferrite dust. Oh yeah. Oh wow. Yeah, okay, here's the difference about relaxed mode. I'm getting way more materials. That's cool. So, materials are way easier to collect in relaxed mode. Usually you would have had to mine a ton of little rocks to get 75 ferrite dust. But now little rocks contain tons of ferrite. That's awesome. I'm gonna really like relaxed mode. That's definitely something I wanted, was a less grindy version of No Man's Sky. Alright, now we can use the scanner and find sodium like it's telling me to. Let's see how much sodium one flower gives now. 40. I don't know how different that is. I'm pretty sure that's more than it used to. They still make you pick up the item and put it onto the thing. Oh well. Although I could have used the quick menu to charge it, which would have been faster. Alright, so we did that. Alright, now it's going to show me where my ship is. Cool. Oh, my analysis visor isn't even installed. I think I'll go ahead and do that if I can. Need carbon nanotubes. Should be... Oh, nice. We got... Oh, I'm trying to scan those creatures, but of course, I still don't have my scanner visor. Alright, that should have given me plenty of carbon. It's gonna take a little getting used to. Oh, cool. They got different backgrounds. I mean, there's slightly different color backgrounds to some of the things. All right, and oh, cool! It stacks up to 20 now. Can't remember how much it used to stack up to. Now I can install this. Cool. Now we have the scanner visor. Yep, they improved the scanning. Scanning goes a lot faster now, which is cool. Although they could have added that as like a upgrade, like increasing scanning speed could be a part of the scanner upgrades, but oh well. Anyway, I'm gonna start heading towards my ship. I'm not gonna scan everything. Really good thing. I'll show you in a minute. I'm sure I'll have to use the refiner. Well, let's go ahead and look at. So we got. Oh, there's a lot less options here. It looks like they've combined a lot of stuff into the catalog. Discoveries is pretty much the same. Log is missions, and of course options. Catalog seems to be a whole bunch of different things combined now. We used to have, different stuff. So here's, oh yeah, this is just the basic information guide, and we got journey milestones. Interesting. Thing I'm really excited about is, well, a couple things, is recipes. This is something we desperately need, especially cooking recipes. Um, Before it would just list items that you've cooked, but it wouldn't give you a recipe for it. But now, finally, whenever you discover a recipe by experimenting with different ingredients, it will give you the recipe. I can't show you right now because I haven't cooked anything, but it's going to say the recipe once I start doing these things. And the same goes for refiner recipes. So before, you just had to know what to put into the refiner to make different things, but now it actually tells you how to make each of the things that can be made. And that's going to be kind of a, um, what's the term? Completionist. That's a completionist dream, is to be able to collect every single recipe. I mean, before you could make all of the different items display, but that didn't give you the recipes for them. So for once, I'm going to be interested in cooking every single recipe and maybe discovering all the refiner recipes and all that, so that I will have a complete guide for all of the recipes, all of the ingredients, recipes, so that I can. And I won't have to use the Wikipedia to look up recipes anymore. I can, well, I'll probably have to look them up on Wikipedia to discover them for the first time, but then they'll be recorded in the game. And then the other really cool thing is collected knowledge. So this is something people have been asking for, is all the lore in the game. So I'm a major lore buff. And oh, does this actually give you the words? That would be cool if it told you all the words that you've learned. But I think no, I think this is probably the ancient ruins lore for each race, most likely. Although it says language records. I'm not sure if that means words that you've learned. I thought it would be lore entries when you find out stuff from ancient ruins. But yeah, here's portal glyphs, which we had before, but also, well, let me go back. The words of the Atlas. Oh, okay. So this is a language guide. So it actually shows you all the words of the. That's really cool. So now, man, this is going to be kind of a blessing and a curse, being able to collect. I mean, we were already able to collect words, but being able to collect them, But since there was no record of all the words that you've learned, you weren't able to complete them all. But now you will. But also, I saw in the patch notes that there's going to be more entries. So hopefully, like all of the abandoned building lore and all of the uh, boundary failure lore and all of the endless lore entries that we can find in the game. Hopefully, those will all be collectible as well. I might be wrong, but they made it look like all of the lore entries could be collected. So that's gonna be really fun. Like I'm gonna get into collecting lore again now that it'll actually be possible to record them in game instead of just seeing them once and then never not having a record that you ever got them. But anyway, so there's improved visuals on a lot of things. Like the Atlas, as you can see, has some additional like electricity and sparkle things flying around it. And a lot of different animations like portals and stuff have increased particle effects and whatnot. So iteration deleted, boundary separation failure likely, vessel 16 emptied, cause sentinel intervention, deliberate transfer, analysis, fresh iteration generated, anomaly, containment prepared, meaning me. Oh wow, that was cool. Meaning I died and I came back to life and I started over now. Anomaly is compliant, position logged, system integrity scan initialized. All right. So, real quick, I'm going to do some of this. The tutorial has supposedly changed. I don't know if we'll see a lot of differences in this part of it, but I will be live streaming this whole playthrough in relaxed mode, and we'll get to see all the new tutorial stuff that happens. Atlas connection intermittent, launch thrusters offline, pulse engine offline. I find myself alone on a strange world, unequipped and in danger. I have no memory of how I got here, no sense of a before. But the ship, at least, seems to recognize me. The controls react to my touch, or at least to that of my exosuit. I am not dead yet, and the ship is a lifeline out to the stars. Read log. Unavailable. Substituting data. Exosuit. Connected. Suggestion. Pilot should perform maintenance. Select desired repair path. Self-guided repair protocols initiated. Cool. So I need to repair the pulse engine and all that. I'm just gonna real quick make the... It wants me to make metal plating. I'll go ahead and do that, I guess.
Product constructed. Component
Oh, and then we got the hermetic seal, which... Well, what I want to do is the... Whoop. I want to do the part that requires the refiner. So I need to make pure ferrite. So first, I want to make the refiner. So I need metal plating and oxygen. Well, I don't have any oxygen. Need more metal plating.
product constructed.
I need to find oxygen. I want to try making something in the refiner and... Nice. I love getting tons of stuff from resources now. I'm gonna really like relaxed mode. Alright, now I can make the refiner. And I'm probably gonna need a little more ferrite, I'm guessing. But it's really easy to collect now, that's good. I really like relaxed mode, it's awesome. I can just collect tons of resources without needing to do a whole bunch of grinding. That's what this game needed, was a less grindy mode. That's for sure. Oh, I don't have enough carbon to charge it to full. Oh well. There we go. Pure ferrite. We only need 50, so I'll stop it. Oh wow, the refiner goes a lot faster too. That's awesome. Oh, I love having less inventories to deal with. There used to be so many options of inventories to put it in. Um, okay, so now I want to look at this. Yay, I've got a recipe now. So yeah, we've got a recipe for um hmm, doesn't say that it's for pure ferrite. It just says it requires ferrite dust. Oh yeah, here it is. A simple recipe for the refiner that yields pure ferrite. And it uses ferrite dust. So all of the different things, all the different refiner recipes, I'll be able to get, and I'll have recipes for how to do them. That's awesome, including cooking. So I might do a whole series about getting all the cooking recipes. I've said I was going to do that in the past, but it was always so annoying because any recipe I made wasn't recorded so that I could make it again later easily without having to look up the recipe again on Wikipedia. But anyway, I think I'm going to stop there. We've gotten to see quite a few of the new features. There's a lot more. Check out the No Man's Sky website for the full patch notes, and I'll be seeing a lot of the new features and tweaks to the game in my playthrough that I'll be live streaming of relaxed mode. But that does it for now for this first impressions video of No Man's Sky Waypoint 4.0. I have been Mac. Thank you for joining me for a day. And remember, everything's going to be okay.